You're watering it down with ingredients. So that, I can eat that. It'll be by the time I'm done. It'll be fine. Right?
Yes, sir.
Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
So, that's got to be thinned up. So it needs acidity. Right? It needs salt. So, what's the acid in there?
Yes, it should be lemon juice, and we got a fish sauce in there also.
Right. So, you can add salt by adding fish sauce as well. But to be honest with you, it's got enough fish sauce. So all I want is salt, Tabasco, if you want, maybe you want a little more heat. Tabasco, lemon, and salt. That's all you need.
Tabasco, lemon,
Go.
salt?
Yeah. Weigh it out. Is that what you want to do? This is how many? 14 ounces.
14 ounces of fish.
Okay, so we got 14 ounces of crab meat. Now you want to have as little liquid in there as possible, which you got nothing in there. If you look in there and you tilt it, you don't see anything coming out of it.
Okay.
Right? So you keep it nice and cold, always on ice. Right? Okay. Now we're going to add the base to it. What is the recipe called for?
The recipe calls for 1 cup. 1 cup of base.
Cup?
Yes.
And what is this, full cup? Okay, so we're going to need a cup in there.
Okay.
Okay, so there's your base. Now the idea is, you want this to be a crab cake and not a bread cake, right? Because that's what we serve our seafood. So lightly mix it. Okay, now we're going to add some fresh breadcrumbs, but just enough to bind it together.
Okay.
And keep in mind, these are fresh breadcrumbs. There's liquid in there. So what's going to happen? When you mix it, it's going to seem a little loose, but as it sits, little by little, the breadcrumb's going to absorb the liquid out of the base and out of any excess liquid that's in the crab meat, and it's going to soften. Imagine you put a piece of bread in liquid. What happens? It swells up, it absorbs, it softens. So that's what it's going to do, and that's what it becomes the glue that holds it together.
Sounds like a bread pudding.
Yeah, well, you know what panzanilla is?
Yeah, I know it.
It's like panzanilla, you know,
Yes.
right? Yeah, you take leftover bread and you add liquid and vinegar and vegetables, it sucks it up and it's delicious. You eat it, like happy with it. It's the same thing. All right, so don't add less than you need for it. And now the herbs just become flavoring, right? So parsley is a strong flavor. So it's very hard to add too much parsley to anything, from my perspective. And it makes your bread smell good. Chives are a flavor. I mean, that's in the onion family. Be generous. I like herbs. Okay? The one herb that you want to be a little judicious with is the dill. Because you don't want dill to overpower it, but you also want to taste the dill, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay? So here's, you lightly mix that. Here, what you do to mix it? Mix away. And we're going to taste it. And we'll make an adjustment. I have a feeling, usually, 90% of the time, when a seafood dish, or actually a dish in itself, but seafood in particular, when you taste it, it seems a little bland. It's not making your mouth water like crazy, right? It's usually lemon juice and salt. 90% of the time, it just needs a little more lemon juice, a little more salt, and the salt opens up your palate, and you start to taste the flavors that are inherent in the perfect product, right? So, we're going to take a little taste. We have a tasting spoon by any chance?
Hey, Eric, tasting spoons?
Okay, these crab lumps are so large, I actually have to crush them a little bit. Isn't that crazy, right?
Yes.
See, now that's starting to bind. Can I get one of those plastic gloves? Because I'll show you what
I got you right now, chef. Hold on.
Thank you, my friend. Just one. I'll show you. Now we're going to also need a plate, just a regular dinner plate. Take a look. Take a close look at this, chef. This is what we're looking for. See, like if I push it, I compress it, it's going to hold its shape.
Yeah.
That's really all we want, right? So that's enough breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
We don't have to add more breadcrumbs because, here. It's holding its shape. So that's pretty, huh? Yeah. Look, you got the color of that. Okay, but the thing we want to do now is taste it. So here, take a little. Want to know something, John? That's pretty darn good. I'm not going to lie to you. Also, now what do you got to think about? What is it served with? Right? It's served with a chipotle mayonnaise, which is going to carry a little more heat. Right now, my mouth is warm from the Tabasco that's in our recipe. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just going to put a pinch of salt. Okay. And that's it. Doesn't need anything else. Maybe a couple drops of lemon. That's it. Not a lot more. Okay, now let's disassemble one.
This right here. That's your ankle right here.
Okay, wait. Show you exactly how we do it. Right. Panko on the bottom. So let's put it down on the bottom and create an even layer. Nice, even, uniform layer. So let's say if you had to envision it, what your goal is to have maybe a double layer of breadcrumbs evenly spread out, right?
Yes.
So then you put your mold on it.
Alright. We gotta put about a quarter inch up there, about breadcrumbs.
About a quarter inch, that's about right. And you start to, with the hand, so that it's nice and cold, and that's good when you feel it. Put it into the mold, right?
Okay.
Now it's slightly over the top, that's good, right? Push it with the palm of your hand down. Some panko on top. Alright. Then you press it. Now, I'm trying to keep my hand flat. You see how flat that is? If you make it curve, what's going to happen when you try to saute it, it's going to have a curve to it, either in or above, either concave or convex. It's no good. You want it to be flat on both sides. Why? So it cooks completely across the side. Because otherwise, if it's concave, the side's going to cook. If it's convex, the middle's going to cook and the sides won't. And that's not what you want. You just want to coat the outside with, and you can feel it as you're doing it. You got to pay attention, okay? Now, get another one to put your finished product. Give me a sizzle platter. Give me a sizzle platter now. Nice boy, you know. I like that, Johnny. You listening, Eric?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you. Now, you're going to store it. Well, if you're going to store it, give yourself something for it to sit on. So a couple extra breadcrumbs is what I usually use, right?
Yep.
Check both sides, right? So that it's not, so if you knocked it out, it's adhering to the top and the bottom. Panko, which stays nice and crunchy, is going to stay on it. So you know, there's very little bread in here.
Yeah.
I'd say it's 85%
No, it
crab meat, right? Take it out. Now the idea here is you want a window of all those beautiful ingredients on the side. Look what you got there. Look at that. You cook that crab cake, the top's going to be crunchy, the bottom's going to be crunchy, and you're going to see like an aquarium of crab meat, flecks of herbs and peppers, and when you cut into it, it's going to be moist, it's going to be delicious. You're going to have your chipotle mayonnaise. You just made the best crab cake known to mankind.
Thank you, chef.
Wow.
All right, we'll get this going right now.
Page. This is Facebook page.
Maybe a little more color, but toss that in the oven.